Hey everyone, my name is Cassie and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a little look at, and don't hate me for this, we're going to be taking a look at some of my upcoming plans for end of summer and early fall. Now, I know that we are still in the heat of summer right now, and trust me, it's very, very hot outside where I am in Toronto, but the heart wants what it wants, and for me that is fall sewing. So before I get into it, if you are not subscribed yet, I would really love if you hit that subscribe button, or if you want to wait until the end of the video and see if you like what I'm putting out, that's cool too. Sewing, knitting, general DIY, and sustainable fashion content is kind of my jam around here, so if you like that stuff, then you're probably gonna like what's going on next. So without any further ado, let us get into my sewing plans. Now, as I said, I totally get that we are in the middle of summer or peak summer, but you know, it's around the corner. The fall is around the corner, and that's just like truly when I love to dress, and that is like my favorite type of clothing to wear and also to sew. I find the projects for fall sewing are a bit longer. They're a bit more in depth, like, you know, overalls or jeans, coats, all of that stuff. So just, you know, they're a bit more heavy duty, there's more process, and as a result, they take more time. So while in the summer I love to like whip up a breezy dress, and I actually just did that. If you have seen on my Instagram and you're following there, you will see the dress that I most recently posted. But, you know, I do love a longer project, and I'm really kind of itching to get back into those longer projects. First up on my list is definitely more transitional, and this will be something that I can kind of wear for a lot of the year, maybe not in the winter time, but definitely in the fall and spring and summer next year. I've got this 6-ounce linen from Blackbird Fabrics, and I'm not sure if you can really see the texture here. It's really nice. This has been washed once, but with linen in general, it will just continue to soften and get really nice with age. So I've got this linen, and I knew I immediately wanted to make an Olia shirt. Now I went with linen for the button-up because after browsing Pinterest, I noticed that the button-ups that I tend to prefer are not usually in a shirting material. I find the white maybe like a bit too crisp for me and a bit too stiff, and really like I don't go into an office. I generally work from home or you know, live a bit more of like a laid back lifestyle. So a nice like casual linen that still looks put together, something that you can wear open or closed, or you know, however. I like the idea that when linen gets, you know, a little bit more rumpled and lived in and really softens with age. So that's why I went with linen for the Olia shirt, because that's kind of the vibe that I was feeling on Pinterest. So I will also link my Pinterest if you want to take a look at some of the stuff that I'm pinning. I usually post like all my inspiration and patterns that I'm trying or patterns that I have tried over there. So head over to Pinterest, but not yet because we're going to go into the next one. Now, speaking of shirting material, I have this really lovely blue shirting. This is from Blackbird Fabric. It's this blue fabric with yellow and orange stripes, and I am planning on making a button-up shirt out of this, maybe another Olia as well. I think I bought 2 meters of this, so I don't have an exact idea, but I really like the idea of doing like an oversized shirt, like the assembly line oversized shirt. So I'm not sure that I want to get 2 shirt patterns, so maybe I'll see if I can like hack the Olia to make it a bit more of like an oversized fit, or get the assembly line oversized shirt and make that smaller for the white. Unsure yet. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, but I really like this fabric as something that, you know, again, will wear really nicely late summer, early fall, and can be a really awesome layering piece. I think the shirting is just like, it's not too buttoned up again. It's a bit more like laid back styling that, you know, could be like a beach cover up, or it could be just with jeans and, you know, dark jeans and this, and like maybe a t-shirt underneath, or like loosely unbuttoned. I have lots of sort of styling ideas, and what I'm trying to do is make a sort of, you know, basic wardrobe of really solid essentials that are really well made. So I want to take my time with all of these and have these sort of classics that all work well together, and you'll kind of see that the palette that I'm working with here is a bit darker for fall, but it also is like the colors that I know I'll go back to. And again, these are not like the exciting statement pieces, these are like the solids that I really know that I'll return to. So this, I'm really, really excited for this. Next up is this denim, which I'm not sure what weight it is. I think it might be like an 8 or 10 ounce denim, but believe it or not, I bought this for $3 at the thrift store. So it's like proper true denim. You can see what that looks like here in the, in the frame. It's not super, super heavy, but it's no stretch. It's just like a solid 100% cotton denim, which I'm so stoked about because I've been wanting to just make a pair of jeans from denim, but I always get stressed because I want to make like a wearable toile, but I also don't want to cut into really good denim fabric. So I think this will be a really good way for me to experiment with jean fitting, but without the like stress of a like very expensive denim. So this will be like my gateway jeans, and hopefully they turn out because I'm really excited that I found this at the thrift store. It was crazy. So for this, I have the pattern from Megan Nielsen, so I'm gonna definitely give that a go and see where that takes me, because there's no point in buying a pattern without first trying the one that I already own. C'est la vie. But another thing that I was thinking is making a pair of coveralls with these, but then as you'll see, I bought some fabric to make overalls. So this is gonna be like I said, my practice pair for maybe a more expensive like Japanese denim that I have my eye on. Next up, another thrift store find. Seriously, the best is this corduroy that I also got at the thrift store. I have to check if it's synthetic or not. I do believe that it is, but I'm really happy that I found this. It's a really nice brown. I truthfully cannot tell you what the wale is, but I don't think there's any stretch in this, so hopefully that means that it is cotton. You can kind of see I'm pulling it, and there's no real stretch other than like the natural give that the fabric has. And when I saw this, I was thinking either like a little mini skirt with buttons up the front, like that seems super cute to me, or a pinafore, but I don't know that there is enough fabric for a pinafore. So whatever we have more of, or it could be like a skirt with what I probably will have fabric for is a little like detachable bib. That would be so cute actually. Maybe that's the strategy. So I've got this cord. Again, you can kind of see we're getting into a sort of color palette here. And this is also $3 from the thrift store, if I didn't say that already. Next up is this denim from Simplify Fabric. It's this amazing hickory striped denim that I'm so excited about. I've been really wanting to make hickory striped overalls based on that like sort of vintage look that you'll see often, and I've been thinking about it for ages. And I finally, pulled the trigger because Simplify was having a 20% off sale. They do these like flash sales. So if you're in Canada and the USA, definitely subscribe to their newsletter because they do these like 20% off. This is not sponsored. But yeah, do that because that's when I usually stock up. Also Blackbird as well was doing a 20% off. So it's a good way to stock up on your favorites and save a little bit of money if you were gonna buy them anyways, but go in with a plan, that's always key. I made the Jenny overalls before and I think I like nailed the fit. I really, really like how they fit. But the one thing that I did not like was the straps that I put. I'm gonna, I think this time add a back bib rather than having the straps crisscross in the back because it's kind of a pain in the ass to put on and off. So I'm gonna make the Jenny overalls, but they're gonna be modified. I was also thinking of maybe doing it so that I can remove the bib because I've seen a hack for that online. So stay tuned, I'll likely post a video about that because my first Jennies are like, they're definitely super flawed, they're like ripped in certain areas, but they are my favorite, and it's like the make that I'm the most proud of, so I cannot wait to try these again and fix up some of those flaws that I made and make these like even better. It's gonna be really sweet, so stay tuned for that. This fabric is amazing. I'm gonna wash it up and make it a little bit later because I'm only so torn. Like I could probably start wearing these pretty soon, but anyways, stay tuned because that's gonna be a video. And then, I don't know if this is gonna show up well on here, but this is a dry oil skin from Merchant & Mills, also bought from Simplify Fabric. this is going to be a gift. So my partner, it's his birthday coming up, and he has a fold-up bike, a Brompton, if you know what those are, and he really wants a travel bag for the Brompton. So I told him I would make one, and so I've got this, and I've also got some of the notions for that, and I am really, really excited to try it out. We have a few ideas. I'm going to make a toile because this fabric was really expensive, and I don't want to fuck it up because it's just like, it's so beautiful, and it's also a gift, so I want it to be really special. So I got that for him, and I'm really happy that I'll be able to try out making with oilskin, and if it turns out well, then I will probably try to make like a rain jacket for myself or a bag. It's just really pretty. It's so hard to tell, but such a good quality. So stoked on this one. And then lastly, my one knitting project. I've got these balls of yarn from Knitting for Olive, and it's going to be a sweater eventually. I'm test knitting it right now, and I cannot wait for this. It's really easy, it's knitting up very quickly, and the combination of the merino and mohair is just like super yummy, and this color is like one of my favorites to wear, and it goes really nicely with the silk shirt that I have. So that's all my stuff. This knitting project, it's going pretty quickly, but it's still taking me quite a bit of time, so I hope that I finish it for her deadline. So those are all of my projects that I have coming out. Again, if you want to see anything that I'm making before it comes on YouTube, then follow my Instagram at @makingcassie. I also post TikToks where I do short form videos, and you can see that by the same name, @makingcassie. And my Pinterest, again, the same name, @makingcassie, is where I post all my inspo for the shirts and the overalls and like all that good stuff. So if you want to follow me over there and get a little bit more context for what happens here, that's cool too. If not, then subscribe, hang out with me on YouTube once a week, and Tuesdays are going to be my day. I have decided this is a day that's working for me this time, so we are sticking with it. 3 Tuesdays in a row, baby. Get ready for it. In the meantime, as I mentioned, this is all for fun. While I definitely am excited for, a month or so more summer or whatever we end up getting, I am keen for the cooler months, and I managed to pick up some fabric, so I wanted to do a little fabric haul, but be mindful, I did save up for these fabrics or find them at the thrift store, so that saved me a lot of money. And I always go for sales. So whenever you see a fabric haul, just know that this wasn't all at once, it came over time, and it was with a very specific plan in mind, as I just shared with you. So thank you so much for following along again, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.